And we start in Johannesburg, where the Judicial Conduct Tribunal probing sexual harassment allegations against Eastern Cape Judge President Selby Mbenenge continues with a ruling on evidence leader Advocate Salome Scheepers' request to bring in a gender expert. Let's cross now to Canny Maphanga for more details. Canny, good morning. So yesterday there was the viewing of some CCTV footage. Perhaps we can start there, pick that up, and moving on to Sir Advocate Salome Scheepers' request.
Indeed. Good morning to you, Sakina, and to the viewers at home. The landmark probe saw the CCTV footage that was acquired by the Office of the Chief Justice, handed in as evidence yesterday before the Judicial Conduct Tribunal. Now, the CCTV footage relates to the alleged in-person interactions that Andiso Mengo has testified on before the tribunal, in which she says was unwanted advances allegedly from the top judge of the Eastern Cape, that is Judge President Selby Mbenenge. The difficulty with that CCTV footage is that although we have heard from the record itself that Andiso Mengo recalls the alleged incidents of in-person interactions to have taken place between the 14th and the 15th of November 2022. She's not sure of which date it took place. The tribunal only received CCTV footage, or part of the CCTV footage, of the 14th of November 2022, and the witness cannot say what happened to the CCTV footage of the 15th of November. So it's up to the tribunal to deal with that dilemma when it comes up with its outcome. This morning, however, we are dealing with a ruling relating to evidence leader Advocate Salome Scheepers' request to bring in a gender expert to deal with this issue of power imbalances. Remember, you are dealing with a case of sexual harassment in the workplace involving the most senior judge in that particular division of the Eastern Cape, that is the judge president, and a junior judge's secretary, that is Andiso Mengo. So, of course, this issue has been delved in the tribunal, and the evidence leader wants to bring in an expert who we understand to be Lisa Vetten, whose work is quite well known in the public discourse as we continue to discuss the scourge of gender-based violence in the country. So it is that report that she wants to place before the tribunal. Now, the difficulty there is that they were only able to secure the services of Ms. Vetten last week, meaning that if it is an expert report that they are going to be placing before the tribunal, then you need to give all the parties time to respond or prepare their defense or arguments with respect to the expert evidence that will be put before the tribunal. So what will happen is that there'll be a ruling. Of course, if it is in favor of the evidence leader's request, then it means you won't see the judge president taking the stand as expected, because remember, the council has stated that they wanted to put him on the stand today so that you can get his version of events. However, if that ruling is in favor of the evidence leader, then it's possible that this hearing may have to be adjourned for some time to prepare for that. Or if Mbenenge's counsel have other witnesses that they intend to call, then perhaps they can continue with that until the expert evidence is ready, because I don't think that the judge president would want to give his version of events without hearing the expert evidence first, so that they can respond to it accordingly. So at 9:30 a.m. this morning, you'll get that ruling from the tribunal as to whether this evidence is critical and significant to this landmark probe. Over to you in studio.
Thank you so much, Canny Maphanga. And of course, as Canny says, 9:30 is when we will have that first bit of information regarding the way forward.